We've come to Langholm now, to National Wind Loft of Derek Nordon. Good morning, Derek.
Good morning, Keith. Welcome to Scotland.
Cheers, mate. Wonderful to be here. How long have you been in sport?
Oh, I started in 1972. I played in a dance band and was working with Ralston Graham, and we had to work to get a job finished, and it was Saturday, it was racing day, and I'd heard Ralston talking about pigeons the whole time. So at dinner time we went up and got word the pigeons was off, and I waited on the pigeons coming home, so I liked it that much. I just said to hell with the band, packed the band up and built a pigeon loft.
Yeah.
So it's been pigeons ever since.
Very similar to me, because I played in a group years ago, and I packed the group up for pigeons. Played drums.
The thing I like about pigeons is you can be your own person. It's in your own home. I used to play darts a lot, and the competitive darts. And what happened was everybody, if you won anything big, everybody was challenging.
Yeah.
It didn't become any fun then. It was going like. I think pigeons are coming a little bit that way as well nowadays, but that's another story.
What's one or two of your best positions?
Well, I think the first gold award winner I won in 1982, I think it was. That was a red cock, and that's really the bloodlines. It's still winning now, sort of nearly 20 years later. Its sister went on to be a gold award winner. They are actually the grand dam of my national winner from last year. I had a lot of near misses. I think I was 11 times second in the section before I actually won one, and then I won 4, one after the other, including the national last year.
Absolutely fantastic.
And also the Joe Trophy win in 1994 was a big honour. It's the top honour of the SHU, and I won it again last year with a blue-pied hen that was 20. We timed it at 9. No, two birds arrived together at 9:20 at night, and the blue hen was the one that had won a lot of money the year before. She went straight in. The blue-pied went up onto the roof. She was 9 minutes, and we timed her at 9:30 or 9:29, I think, at night. And she was so fresh, it was so beautiful. I put her right back to Sertilly, and she was 22nd open again, nearly 13 hours on the wing.
Absolutely brilliant, mate.
Yeah, it's good hen. This is the Mealy hen that was first open Scottish National Sertilly won last year. They were liberated at 6 o'clock in the morning in a light northeasterly wind. And I timed her at 4:44, which is an absolute shock to us, because she was a widowed hen, and I had 5 pigeons at the race, 3 cocks, 2 hens, and she'd only had 3 races, which was probably just 6 races in her life. And I'd heard of a pigeon timed in Gretna, and I just walked up the garden, and here she was circling the loft. Didn't have to wait for her or anything.
Beat the cock's home. How far is Sertilly, Derek?
447.
Yeah, lovely pigeon.
The last weight was 1222.
What family is she?
This is actually a Carpatic crossed with a Van Bruan, and it goes back to some of Dennis Dahl's bloodlines through Joe Murphy. But the Carpatic side of it is the Gilbertson line that has been winning for us for over 20 years.
What system you race your old birds on in, Derek?
Well, all my life I've always raced natural pigeons, and last year the hawk problem was so bad that every time we were tossing the pigeons I were in among them, and I said right. So I changed the whole loft. As you can see, I put it in widowhood boxes, up, over and under, up over the top. I put them on widowhood, and I jumped my cocks in at 126 miles, and they come great. The following week I jumped the hens in at 160 miles, and I got the lot. The next week we were at Cheltenham, and I had 5 dropped together. I just timed 3 pigeons in, and they were 2nd, 3rd and 5th in the club. The following week we went to Mangotsfield, and it was mainly the cocks that was doing the winning. Widowhood, the cocks was in here, the hens was in here. The cocks go up the Sputnik trap and back that way. The hens goes out this side, the sliding window goes along, and the hens comes back into the Sputnik trap and back into the other section. I never see the cocks at all. Friday night I just pull the door along, let them in. Leave them for 2 or 3 minutes, don't let them tread, shut them in tight into the back of the boxes with the nest bowl, and just as quick as I can catch them in a basket, and I send both the cocks and the hens.
So really it's a roundabout system?
Well, it is, but they never, you know, basically it is a roundabout system. I have tried the roundabout system where I move the hens into the cock boxes, but this was just keeping them on a similar system as George Bell, the Collingham, was doing, and he was flying fantastic. So anyway, the next week we were at Wincanton, and I had 3 in about just on top of one another. I was first, third and fourth. Following week we were at Sartilly where I won the national, and I had 3 in the first 62, and this week they were all hens. Following week we went to our coast race, which was pool, and I won the federation, and I had 3 in the first 10 of the open. Following week we were at Wrens, and I got hens again, and I had 2 in the night when there was 21 birds in Scotland on the day. And then I paired them up for the last channel race where I had 2 in the first 20 again. So.
What did you feed them?
Well, over the years I've tried many different things. I used to love feeding beans, and then I started to change about, and I really, to be honest, at the end of the day, I don't think it really makes that much difference. What I've found in the widowed system, or roundabout, whichever way you call it, it would break the pigeons down the early part of the week and build them up at the end of the week. But my idea wasn't, I didn't want my pigeons sprinting. So my idea was to don't send them too often. I mean, all the channel birds only had 3 races. So that I could then build them up on the widowhood mixture for the last fortnight, you know, rather than breaking them down. So I used what they call the Irish mix, and I put a little bit of maize to it, a little bit of peanuts to it, and as I'm building the channel pigeons up, each night I go around, they all get 3 or 4 peanuts. Last thing at night, because they'll go over the top of anything for peanuts. The last couple of days they get as many peanuts as they want, and basically that's it. I don't treat them for anything except for we vaccinate for paramyxo. I treated my birds with herbs only last year. I never wormed them or coaxied them or anything. Yeah. And some of the hens was many times doing 2 hours at night, easy. You're going forever like it was.
This is the scene inside Derek's old bird loft. And all the widowed pigeons are still breeding. These are a few of Derek's early youngsters. This is a nice pigeon, Derek. What's this one?
This is a Van Hee pigeon, a blue-pied hen that won this Dewar Trophy in 1996. The Dewar Trophy is presented for the best dual performance pigeon in Scotland, and she also won Scotland's own Bird of the Year for the same thing, similar thing, you see. She's an absolute terrible trapper. She just doesn't come in for the race. As a young bird in the Young Bird Nationals, she's at 20. She was my second pigeon. My first pigeon was 8th in the section, and she sat 20 minutes following another pigeon in, and she was still 50th in the region. As a yearling, I got so annoyed at her trapping, bad trapping, I sent her to Sartilly, which I don't send yearlings to Sartilly normally. And she was my first pigeon, and she was 49th open with the Scottish National. And this year she's been 16th open Wrens, 22nd open Sartilly, and won these top prizes.
What family is she racing, Derek?
Basically the Kirkpatrick Van Hee pigeons. Kirkpatrick's from Bobby Cruthers and Tommy Gilbertson. Van Hees I got from Bernard Miles of Patcham, and they were the Napoleon line, and they've crossed absolutely brilliant with the pigeons. And I have had some bushirts from Ralston, bushirts from George Bell, but really, to be honest, up to now, I've never been able to fly the bushirts. No. Inland, great, but when I get to over 200 mile, they're not with me on anyway.
No. How many stock birds you keep?
We have 9 pair in the front, and that was the whole lot, but last year I added 8 boxes on the back, but I have about 12 stock pairs. I get asked for a lot of pigeons for these sales and charities, and so I have, once we've been in the Woodyhood, you can't breed anymore, so
no,
I use the stock birds to breed them for these sales.
When do you pay your stock birds up?
Usually about the middle of February. That's soon enough for me. And the race pigeons go up the first week in March.
This is the scene inside the stock section.
This is Darren's boy. He flew wrens 6 times on the day, on 6 consecutive years of wrens. That's our blue ribbon race from 490 mile. He's been 10th Open, 36th Open, 87th Open, 175th Open and 186th Open. In Scotland it doesn't even qualify for a gold award. There's not many better pigeons, and that is the sire of my national winner.
He's down the stock lofts.
And his brother was first section 2nd Open wrens in 1993.
This is Derek's very smart self-built double-decker loft. The stock birds are in the bottom half and the racers are in the top, and all trapped through Sputnik traps. Well, Derek, congratulations on your success in recent seasons, and thanks very much for letting me see the pigeon today. It's been a great pleasure.
Thank you very much, Keith. It's nice to welcome our visitors from south of the border.
Yeah.